Let's talk about the issues that are pressing that you want the company to acknowledge and what's really brought you all out here for the last 3 weeks.
Right. The reason why we're out here striking is because the company is unwilling to negotiate with us in good faith. They're coming to the table with a list of demands. It's the same tactic that they used in 2016, and they are unwilling to negotiate. They're basically coming to the table with a take it or leave it attitude. So we went for 4 years without having a contract from 2016 to 2020. One of the issues that we've had is that in 2018, without negotiation, the company withdrew from our pension fund. This used to be a place that you can come to and plan for retirement, and that's becoming harder and harder to do now. So they did that without negotiation with us, the bargaining unit. So that is one of the things that we are fighting for, is to have reinstatement into our pension fund. Also, we've already fought and given concessions in the past to have the things that we have today. Maintaining our medical benefits, our work hours, and that's what we want. We just want full maintenance of benefits.
I heard that you're working upwards of 12 hours a day, and you're opposed to that. Is that what's going on as well?
Well, the company would like us to do 12-hour days, but uh, what we're doing right now is more of 13 hours, sometimes more. We have an 8-hour work schedule, but the company can force us to work an additional 5 hours. So at the moment, many people are working 13 hours a day on and day out, including weekends, and we can go several weeks on end without having a single day off.
So you're hanging in there. It's 3 weeks. You're making sacrifices because you're not making money right now.
No, we are not.
What's the temperament of the strike? How long are you willing to hang in there and stay out of work?
Our morale is high out here. We're in this to win it, and we're going to be out here as long as it takes for the company to come to the table and negotiate a fair contract with us.
Somebody raised the point that, well, they could always leave, shut the factory down, and relocate. Has that ever been brought up?
That's always the constant threat that the company doesn't flat out say, but through their actions, they've basically have made that impression on us. In 2014, they shut down Philadelphia. In 2016, they downsized Chicago in half. In this year, they shut down Atlanta and they shut down Fair Lawn, New Jersey. Altogether, that is 2,000 jobs, 2,000 U.S. jobs that have been shipped down to Mexico.
Is that a possibility then? Mexico could take the jobs you have?
Again, it's always that looming threat of, if you don't accept the concessions, then you may be next.
So if you were to have a crystal ball and you've talked to people and you have any sense of the company itself and where they're going, or is it completely in the dark right now?
It's hard to say what the company plans for the remaining U.S. bakeries, and that's something that we want the company to put in writing, is that they are willing to invest in the U.S. bakeries.
So what do you think is the problem with getting to the negotiating table at this point? Is it about money, or is it about not wanting to show weakness on the company side, or what do you think?
I think the company has an idea in their mind of what it is that they want, and they can do whatever it takes to get it. And they may feel that we may not have the solidarity that we've obviously shown that we have. And, they're getting a good idea of just how united we all are, not just here in Portland, but across the entire nation.
So you have other people across the country as well supporting you in the union for the Nabisco company?
There's 6 locations that are currently out on strike.
Six.
6 locations. We have 3 distribution centers and 3 bakeries.
So this isn't just a Portland thing?
No, this is way bigger than Portland.
Oh, I didn't realize that. That's interesting to know. Wow, this is a big strike. This is something that you don't see all the time.
Yeah, you're right. It's not something that you see, but you're seeing more of it happening lately. You have the coal miners that have been out on strike. Frito-Lay has gone out on strike. And we're getting to a point where I think people are paying attention to what's going on in this nation, and people are getting fed up. They're saying enough is enough. The support that we've had out here just in Portland alone, these aren't just striking workers from Nabisco that are out here. We have organizations, people from the neighborhood who are driving by, stopping, dropping off supplies, grabbing a sign, and they're saying, "We stand united with you." This is a fight for the American working class. Again, this is bigger than the bakers versus Nabisco versus Mondelez. The people out here, they love what they're seeing, because they know if we're willing to fight, and that can give them hope that they too deserve something better.
Excellent. Well said. Thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me.
We get paid a hell of a lot more than the non-union stuff. I saw the picture. A lot of pictures.
So like a lot of bakers, like they're working all the time, right? They don't see what's happening outside the bakery, so bringing them out here.
I am here because when I read about what Mondelez was doing to you and your families, I was outraged. And I asked for the chance to come and show my support for you. So I want to thank everybody who's organized this. I want to thank Portland DSA, Portland Jobs with Justice, for bringing us together, for letting people know what's happening here at this facility. Most of all, I want to thank you, members of Bakers Local 364. I want to thank you and your families, because I know your families are in this with you. I want to thank you for fighting this fight, because you're not just fighting for yourselves. You're not even just fighting for Mondelez workers in Chicago and Richmond and Aurora and Addison, and there's one other place, Norcross. You're not just fighting for Mondelez workers. You are fighting for workers across this country who have given everything over the last 18 months to keep the lines moving, to keep the goods moving, to keep our grocery store shelves stocked, to take care of America. That is who you are fighting for. And the time for this fight is right now. The time for this fight is right now, because you are fighting for the workers who have kept our country going. You are fighting for the workers who have worked 16-hour days. You have worked 16-hour days and 80-hour weeks. You have made it possible for Mondelez to make record-breaking profits. You have made it possible for CEO Dirk Vanderput to take home millions of dollars a year, 17 million to be precise, while working families are struggling to put food on the table and keep a roof over their heads. That is why this is the time for this fight. Now, I read that Mondelez has explained that the reason it's trying to make the changes it's trying to make, and they are changes, the reason, it says, is to help you with your work-life balance. Yeah. It's to help you with your work-life balance. Do you think working 12 hours a day without overtime helps you with your work-life balance? Do you think working on weekends without premium pay helps you with your work-life balance? Do you think paying more for health insurance during a pandemic helps you with your work-life balance? No. It's not about work-life balance, it's about corporate greed. And right now is the time to say no to corporate greed. Let me hear it. No to corporate greed. And yes to putting people over profits. Let me hear that. People over profits, right? That's why I am here, to tell you I see you, I hear you, you are fighting the right fight at the right time, and you have my complete support. You have our complete support, Speaker Kotek and the legislature and all of my fellow electeds. We are here for you. So keep fighting. As Speaker Kotek said, keep fighting. Stay strong because you are doing it for all of our working families. Thank you.